interpreting this is to say that the value of leisure consumption and the value of consumption of good 2 equals full income. Incidentally, just someone told me what should T1 be interpreted as? This is, at the moment, it's the price of leisure. But what is it? The wage rate, exactly. So I could rewrite this budget constraint in a somewhat different way. Let me just move this from the left to the right-hand side. Same budget constraint, but rewritten. What is this bracketed term here? It's the difference between the individual's endowment of time and the individual's consumption of leisure. In other words, it's the individual's labour supply. So this budget constraint could also be written as saying the value of the individual's purchased consumption of some market consumption good must equal the value of the individual's labour supply. So although this might look a rather exotic budget constraint, it's not actually as exotic as it looks, especially if we forget about profit income. Actually, I don't want to forget about profit income, because profit income is an important part of the economy. But that's just so that we know what's going on. Okay. I want to do one more thing, and then I certainly need a little break just to give my voice a chance to stop croaking. And you may all benefit for 5 minutes to just get up and stretch your legs. But one thing I want to do before that break is to talk about excess demand functions, which are built up using the functions we've introduced so far. So, we've seen how to derive a demand function for individuals. I want to think about it as a vector value demand function, that a particular element for good I will be that. If we sum across all individuals, we get the economy-wide demand function for good I. So the aggregate demand for good I. But notice that although I'm aggregating here, my basic blocks of analysis are the individuals. So going back to my defining characteristic of general equilibrium theory, I'm starting with the individuals and aggregating. I'm not aggregating, as it were, at the start of the analysis. I can do the same thing, of course, and get an aggregate supply function by simply, say, for good I, by summing across firms, each individual firm's profit maximizing choice of good I at a given price. So this simply says that at a given price vector, we sum across the individuals, we sum their best choices of demands across individuals, and we sum each firm's best choices of supply of good I to get the economy's aggregate demand for good I at a particular set of prices, an aggregate supply. What is the economy's aggregate excess demand function for good I? Excess demand is just the difference between demand and supply. So the excess demand function for good I at a given price vector P is defined to be the difference between the economy's aggregate demand for good I at that price vector and the economy's supply of good I The obvious component of aggregate supply for the economy is the sum across firms of their supply of good iron at prices P. But there's another possible component of supply, of course, which is the endowment of good iron that the economy started off with, that we didn't explain. So omega I also has to appear in the excess demand function. So the excess demand function is simply defined to be, at a given price vector, it's the difference between individuals' best choices of consumption of good iron, summed across all individuals, and firms' profit maximizing choices of supply of good iron and any endowment of good iron that the economy might have inherited at the start of the analysis period. We can, of course, write, this is just a particular element of the economy's vector-valued aggregate excess demand function. So the aggregate excess demand function is a vector that has as its elements all these components here for each of the n capital N goods. So this is just okay. So the economy's aggregate excess demand vector at some price vector P is obtained by simply putting for each of the n goods the excess demand for each individual good as a component of the aggregate excess demand vector. This aggregate excess demand function will certainly inherit the properties that I've been talking about as I've been going along. It will be homogeneous at degree 0 in prices, since it's made up of two functions that are homogeneous at degree 0 in prices. And it's going to be continuous in prices because of the same reason. One particular feature about aggregate excess demand, which proves to be very useful when we analyze general equilibrium, is the following property. The value of aggregate excess demand for the economy is always 0. Okay, so this is the dot product of the price vector and the corresponding aggregate excess demands. This property, which is known as Walras' law, simply follows from individuals satisfying their budget constraints. And if you want to see, I mean, proving it is pretty easy, but I don't want to waste time on it. Any textbook, but certainly Maslow and Winston and Green, will show you how to derive this. But I want to stress that this property holds for any price vector. It's not just the equilibrium price vector. For any price vector, when individuals have to satisfy their budget constraints, then it must be true that the planned demands and planned supplies satisfy the property that when you value them in aggregate, you end up with 0. So this is a convenient time to take a short break. So my watch says 3:59. I'm going to resume promptly in 10 minutes by my watch. But may I ask you, I'm very happy to deal with questions at the end of the lecture, but in this 10 minutes I need to be left entirely on my own. Thank you so much. But I'm promising I'll deal with questions at the end if you want them. But we will resume in 10 minutes promptly, and I'm going to drink some water and croak.